Hi guys, welcome. In this video we'll be talking about virtual machine using Vagrant on your computer. So basically a virtual machine is a visualization or emulation of a computer system. So it's not your real computer, it's like a fake computer on top of your own real computer. So it's like having a computer inside of your computer. So virtual machines are based on computer architecture and provide functionality of a physical computer. So it basically acts like your physical computer, but it's not physical, but it is real. It can do everything your physical computer can do. The only difference is that it is on top of your own real computer. So you have one computer that can create up to 50 types of other different computers. Now, for us to create a virtual machine, we'll be using Vagrant, VirtualBox, and a command line interface. So I'm going to show you how to download that. So Vagrant is a tool for building and managing virtual machine environments. This Vagrant, it sits on top of your virtual machine application. In this case, we're using VirtualBox. So VirtualBox is a virtual machine provider. Simple as that. What it does is it gives you an opportunity to spawn a virtual machine using VirtualBox. Then also we'll be needing a command line interface. So you know what that means already. You use command line interface to run your Linux command pwd, lx, mkdir, remove copy. And there are different types. So there is mingw64. But in this case, we'll be using command prompt, Powershell, Cygwin, terminal, or WebTerminal, or Git Bash. So any one you have is actually going to work. Any command line interface you have is going to work. And for this video, I will be using the first one. I'll be using command prompt because we all have it on our Windows computer. So why should you use virtual machine? The reason is simple. Number one, it saves you from buying another computer system, obviously. Number two, it prevents you from messing with your OS, that is your main computer operating system. You don't need to do anything about it because in this context of development, it helps you to isolate and maintain a stable environment that will still run the same way on any host. So on this way, you can have any software installed on your Windows, Mac OS, or Ubuntu or Linux distribution. Your virtual machine will run on its own environment and it will still have its own programs and its own versions. So if you've done this, you will understand what I'm saying. So we need to download this to begin. So the first thing is you visit this first link here. It takes you to virtualbox.org. Then you click on Windows host. So your download starts immediately. I've downloaded this and I've installed it. So if you've done this already, you will have something like this. Oracle VM VirtualBox. So when you download this, just keep clicking next, next, or continue, continue. It doesn't matter. Everything, just agree to everything and click yes, okay? Then the next one is Vagrant. So you have to download Vagrant. And I think I don't have Vagrant downloaded. So I'm going to install mine in front of you now. I'm doing this one with you. So let me open to Vagrant. So you must have installed see this VirtualBox. I have it before, so I've installed it. So now I've downloaded Vagrant, so I'm going to install Vagrant now on my system. So you can just watch and do this with me. Okay, so accept, next, next. It's pretty straightforward. So you just keep clicking next. So while it is installing, let's do some other things. So also you must already have your command prompt. Like mine, to see my command prompt, sorry, it needs a permission. So it's installing. So for me, my command prompt is here. I right click on Windows. So if you don't click on Windows and search for what you want to use, you can use PowerShell. If you have Git Bash installed, you can search for Git Bash. But I'm going to use command prompt because I know everybody would have it. I'll run it as an administrator. I like to work as an administrator. So my Windows terminal is ready. Also, you don't need to download this. I just want to show you this, okay? So the image we'll be using for this Vagrant, for this our VirtualBox, for this our virtual machine is called Ubuntu 20.04 focal. So if you visit this link, you will see a lot of images, okay? But the one we are using is called Focal. So let me search for Focal. You don't need to download it here. I just want you to see where it is coming from. So we are using this one, this VirtualBox, this Ubuntu 6.4 Focal, okay, 20.04. So let me click on it so that you can see everything about it. It was created 4 days ago, like they updated it 4 days ago. So basically, that is it, okay? You don't need to download it. We'll download it using the terminal. So let's go back and see if our installation is done. So let's wait for this installation to be complete. When it is complete, I'll come back. So guys, we just completely installed the Vagrant. So currently, click on finish. You don't need to restart. So as you can see, now we have VirtualBox installed. We have Vagrant installed. And now we can open our command prompt. So mine is open already. So you can check if your Vagrant is in your computer already by typing Vagrant version to see the version that is installed. And as you can see, I have to reopen the command prompt. Okay. So as you can see, I have Vagrant installed version 2.3.1. Okay, so I'm ready to proceed. So the next thing we need to do is we need to impute some commands, and these are the commands we would use. Okay, so the first command is vagrant browse add Ubuntu focal 6.4. So I'm just going to copy this. It's going to be in the description. If you don't want to type it, you can copy it and paste. So I'm going to copy this and paste. Okay. So first, I need to know where I am because I need to decide on where I want to install my this virtual machine. Okay, so let's do that. So let me see where I am currently. Print working directory. Oh, um, so guys, I'm just going to use Git Bash for this because command prompt is not inside of my. It's not operating in the Bash system already. So like I said, I'm going to decide on a folder because I want this to be inside of a folder. So if I go to my computer, you can create a folder in your computer. I've created one inside of my C folder. I created a folder called VirtualOS. So this is where I want to install it. So you can right click here and show more options. Then you click Git Bash here. I want to use Git Bash. So if you want to have Git Bash on your computer, all you need to do is just to go to let's say go to Git, just search for Git, then download for Windows. Okay, so you get Git on your computer, just download it. So that's how you get Git Bash. So I'm going to work with Git Bash. So what I just did now is I went to the folder I want to install this in. I right click, then I said show more option, then I clicked on Git Bash here. So when you do that, it's going to open this folder. This is going to open the folder for you inside of the terminal. So ls, now you can see I currently have a folder there previously, this folder 22.04. So I'm going to create a new one. I'm going to create a new one for Vagrant. So I'll call this mkdir Ubuntu 20.04 because that's what we are installing. I'll call it Focal Vagrant. You can call yours anything. This is just what I want to call mine for the purpose of this video. So I click on enter. Then now I'm going to go into that directory. If I do lx, you can see I have two of them right now. I used there's a problem. So because of the space, I should have used quotes. So let me delete what I have now, please. Let me delete these two. So remove Ubuntu. Okay. No, it's a directory. Remove Ubuntu. So it's gone. Then let me delete the other folder too. Let me clear ls. So remove 20. Okay, so let me recreate them again. Sorry guys. So mkdir. So I want Ubuntu, or you know what, I'll just use a dash in between. Ubuntu 20.04 focal Vagrant. So I know that I'm using this one with Vagrant. Okay, so ls, yeah, good, I have it now. So let me go into it. cd Ubuntu. Yeah, so I'm inside of it now. Now I can run my commands. Okay, so the first command is vagrant box had Ubuntu focal. So it's going to download this for us. Instead of us coming here, it's going to just do everything for us. So just paste it. Let me clear before I paste so that we can start at the top. So I'll paste this. It has been pasted. I just pressed enter. So let's see what happens. It's going to take a while to download and install, so you have to be patient. Mine has not even started, so it should start shortly. So we should wait. When it is done, then we continue with the other commands. Okay, so let's give it a while. So it has started. You can see what is happening. It is visiting the links and is trying to get the different files that it will download. So be patient. It's going to take a while for it to download, so you can wait, you can get a cup of coffee, you can go drink tea. So also I'm also going to be waiting, so let's wait together. So guys, my computer says successfully added box Ubuntu focal 64. So mine has been downloaded successfully. Okay, so if you followed my step, you should be having this message on your screen, and we can also check the folder. And as you can see, there's nothing there now, but at least you can understand that it has downloaded it somewhere. But then we need to complete our commands. Okay, so I won't clear the screen, so let's go for the next command. So guys, as you can see, mine has been downloaded successfully. I have the VirtualBox here right now. The next step for us is to use the next command. Okay, so let's go for the next command. Now the next command is to initialize what we've downloaded. So I'm going to copy this command and I'll put it in my Git Bash again. So paste. So this one is, the first one was vagrant box had Ubuntu focal 64. Now the new command is vagrant init Ubuntu focal 64. So let me clear the screen before I do this, because my screen is so big. Okay, so now I'm going to do the new command. Let me copy it again. Alright, so I have it now and I'm going to press enter. So we are back to the waiting game again. So we wait for this to be done successfully. Let's wait for it to start, then we wait together again. So so now it says a vagrant file has been placed in this directory. You are now ready to vagrant up your first virtual environment. Please read the comments in the vagrant file as a documentation on vagrantup.com, blah blah blah. So now that we are set, you should get this message if you've done this successfully, vagrant init. Now I'll clear again because I like it to be clear so that we always start at the top. Now the next thing is we do the next command, and this command is so that we can prevent having problems with the latest version of Vagrant. So it's going to install a plugin called vagrant-vbguest. So this is going to help us to work with this version of Ubuntu 20.04 on Vagrant without having issues with the latest Vagrant version. So I'm going to do the next command. This is to prevent issues. So enter. So let's wait for the plugin to be installed again. So it's installing the Vagrant VBGuest plugin. So let's give it time. Let's give it some time to download. So guys, it says installed the plugin vagrant-vbguest successfully. As you can see, the version is 0.30. So we've installed the plugin. Now let's go for the next command. The next command is for us to start up our virtual machine. So we start the virtual machine up now. So let's start it up. Let me clear again. So to start it up, you say vagrant up. Okay, vagrant up. So I'm going to press enter to start the virtual machine. Vagrant up. So let's wait for the Vagrant setup to start up now. It's going to start the Vagrant virtual machine that we've installed on our computer. So you see it says bringing machine default up with VirtualBox provider. So you see importing base box. So guys, this is so cool and very fast and easy. See, so everything is coming up. It's like putting up your computer system. It's coming up, adapter 1, forwarding ports, running pre-boot, booting VM, SSH address, SSH username, take note of that, SSH auth method, private key. So it's still booting up. When it is completed, we would know it to give us a message or a sign. So let's wait for it to boot up. Okay, let's wait. So if your machine comes up successfully, you're going to see a notice, or it will bring you back to the input where you can start typing in your commands again. So the last command for us is for us to SSH, okay? So we're going to say vagrant SSH. So let me clear so that it will be at the top. Vagrant SSH. So this is how we enter into the virtual machine. So I've pressed enter after using Vagrant SSH. So it's going to bring up the Vagrant machine up now. So that's how you connect to the Vagrant machine. You SSH into it. So let's wait. Takes a bit of time too. So as you can see, there's a lot of stuff on the screen. Welcome to Ubuntu 20.04 LTS. System information, October 3rd. System load, blah, 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 you know. Updates. There's a lot. It's telling you a lot of things now. Ubuntu comes with... So basically what it's telling you now is that I have it installed. As you can see, I have Vagrant here now. Before, you know, you can see my name. But now it's saying Vagrant at Ubuntu Focal. Okay. So that is it being installed on your computer currently. So it's already installed on my computer, and I've been able to bring up the machine up using Vagrant SSH. Also, you can check the status of the machine by using uname. So if you say uname, enter, you see, it's telling me now that my machine is a Linux machine, as you can see. And now I'm actually on Windows, but because I'm using VirtualBox and Vagrant, it has turned the machine on the VirtualBox to a Linux machine. You can also say uname. So you use flags, uname A. So it's telling you that this is a Linux Ubuntu Focal. Ubuntu, you know, on Friday. Just information about the system. So that's how to use the uname command too. So basically in this video, I've been able to show you, I've been able to tell you what is a virtual machine using Vagrant on your computer. Also the tools, the Vagrant, the VirtualBox, and the command line interface. I ended up using Git Bash because I don't know, I had a problem with command prompt. Also, I also told you why you should use virtual machines. Then the links to download the different tools you need to download VirtualBox, to download Vagrant. Then your CLI. Then show you where the focal is. You don't need to download the focal. It will come automatically when you do the command. So these are the commands. These 5 commands is what is going to set you up. But after you've done everything, you can start using your Vagrant up and Vagrant SSH to bring up your computer. Also, you can also bring it up by using the VirtualBox. So you can just go to VirtualBox here. Type virtual, open it up. And as you can see, it says it is running. So if you install it properly, you have it here. So it says mine is running already. You can stop it from here. You can also start it from here too. But it's always better to do it from your command line interface. So for you to always open it, just come to the folder and do your normal Git Bash here. Then when you do the Git Bash here, you set it up. So guys, that is how to install Vagrant and VirtualBox on your Windows computer system using the command line interface. So it's good to have you, and I believe you're going to make the best and good use of this virtual machine using Vagrant on your computer. So guys, I'll see you in the next one.